Imagine you're the CEO of a company worth $3 trillion. You've built the most powerful AI on the planet. But there's one problem. When you plug it in, the lights in the city next door start to flicker. You don't just have a chip problem anymore, you have a physics problem. We've spent years obsessing over who has the best GPS. But while we were looking at the silicon, the real war shifted to the grid. Big tech isn't just going green anymore. They are staging an energy coup. They are buying up the most controversial power source on Earth to ensure they are the only ones left with the lights on. Welcome to Logic Map. Today, we're mapping the moment the cloud went nuclear. For the last decade, companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon were content to play the renewable game. They bought wind credits and solar offsets to make their quarterly reports look pretty. But AI changed the math. A single ChatGPT query uses 10 times the electricity of a Google search. By 2026, the electricity demand from data centers is projected to double, reaching a scale that can power entire nations. The grid is buckling, and big tech knows it. They've realized that wind and solar are intermittent. They don't work when the sun goes down or the wind stops. AI, however, never sleeps. It needs a baseload, a constant, unwavering river of electrons. And there is only one carbon-free source that can provide that: nuclear. This isn't a theory. It's a land grab. Look at what Microsoft did with 3 Mile Island. They didn't just sign a contract. They effectively resurrected a dead reactor to serve a single master. One of the most infamous nuclear sites in American history is being brought back online solely to power Microsoft's bit-crunching machines. Think about the logic there. A private corporation now has more influence over the American nuclear landscape than most state governments. We are witnessing the birth of energy sovereignty, where the wealthiest companies on Earth are decoupling themselves from the public grid to build their own private power islands. But the coup goes deeper than just buying old plants. The real game is in SMRs, small modular reactors. Google and Amazon are now betting hundreds of millions on these pocket-sized nukes that can be dropped right next to a data center. This is the ultimate lockout. If you control the chips, you control the logic. But if you control the power, you control the chips. By building their own nuclear infrastructure, these companies are ensuring that even if the national grid collapses or prices skyrocket for the average citizen, the AI stays online. It's a vertical integration of power that would make John D. Rockefeller blush. So, where does that leave the rest of us? This is the energy bottleneck. As big tech gobbles up the available nuclear capacity and hooks it directly into their server farms, they are effectively shrinking the pool of clean energy available for everyone else. It's a zero-sum game. Every megawatt pulled into a NVIDIA-powered data center is a megawatt that isn't charging an EV or heating a home. We are moving toward a two-tier society: those who own the energy architecture and those who are subject to its leftovers. It's a strategic masterstroke, but it's one that carries a massive geopolitical risk. If a nation's most vital infrastructure, its nuclear expertise and power generation, is redirected to serve private AI models rather than public needs, who is actually in charge of the country? Is it the government in the capital or the engineers in Redmond and Mountain View? This is why we call it a coup. It's a silent, bloodless transfer of the most fundamental resource in human history: the ability to generate heat and light. The silicon exodus we talked about before isn't just about moving factories. It's about moving the very source of power. The map is changing. We are seeing a new geography of power, where data centers are being built in regions not for the labor or the taxes, but for the proximity to uranium. The energy coup is the final piece of the puzzle. Once big tech secures the grid, they don't just own the software, they own the reality it runs on. The logic is simple. In the age of AI, power isn't just money. Power is literally power. This shift is happening right under our feet, and the implications for the next decade are staggering. If you've been watching the energy coup unfold in your area, maybe you've seen a data center go up near a power plant, I want to hear about it. Are we looking at a more stable, nuclear-powered future, or are we watching the privatization of the sun? Drop your logic in the comments. I'll be down there to discuss the most tactical takes. If you want to stay briefed on the architecture of the future before it becomes common knowledge, hit that subscribe button. We don't just report the news here at Logic Map. We map the systems that run the world. Don't get left in the dark.